Halloween special of This Is Your Show, and it's me, Mark Stenabaugh. Fooled you. Anyways, this is probably one of my favorite times of the year. I think it's Peggy's too. Welcome, Peggy Pratt, back to our Halloween show. And this week, our guest is Kelly Lahosky from the Paper Factory on King George Road. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Halloween is a special time. I think it's not only for kids anymore, it's for adults. And what we've asked Kelly to do is to come in and show us some simple techniques for you at home to decorate for All Hallows Even. Of course, you all can't have a beautiful set like we do here at This Is Your Show, but you can try. And we're going to ask Kelly to show us what we can do. So we're going to start
with our spider.
Now
this spider can either be left like this and hung up, or you can turn him upside down and take his legs.
Oh, and stick them to the ceiling.
Yeah, and tape them to the ceiling.
So he looks like he's hanging.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now he can be made smaller, as in this little guy for a table centerpiece. A little bit smaller than this size, or a big, huge one, depending on how much room you have.
Okay, so we're going to do one. We're going to show how to do this.
How much air you have in your chest. Unless, of course.
Yes, you have the
We'll put our spider
hand
over.
I
inflator.
can't believe
Sammy's
it. I never saw
spider.
anything like this before.
Oh, Peggy, you can take your mask off now. We're
I
done the
know.
opening.
Just pretend like I'm Dale Evans today.
Dale who?
Dale. Okay, now, so in other words, you don't pull back on that because the balloon will go right back in there.
That's
You
right.
gotta hang on.
Just, you pull a little bit. Now, the best way to do it, I will show you, is just take your balloon, put your hand right around, and just little pumps like that.
Reminds me of Bette Midler when I saw in August.
Now
12 strokes to success.
Now these balloons can also be blown with your mouth if you don't have a pump. So now you blow one up.
That's the old method, though.
That's right.
That's the one you grew up with.
You blow one up as big as you want.
Now, do we tie these?
Yes.
But we don't-
You can tie them each separately, or you can tie them together.
Because if you were doing it alone,
That's
you would
right.
have to tie them separately, right?
Look at me.
Okay, so now you do that one quite a bit bigger to
I'm
make the back.
Sandra D.
Innocent doesn't upset my stomach. Is it big enough, Mom?
No.
I just
You
don't
have
want
to
this
go
thing
quite
to
a
go
bit
off.
bigger. Oh, no, it won't.
It won't bang.
How big is it getting out there, Dorothy? It's knocking her backwards. Our camera woman.
Our camera woman.
Hello, are we big enough yet? My arms are getting tired.
Well, not quite. A little bit bigger. That's probably good.
What are you going to dress up as for Halloween, Peggy, while we're doing this? I want to talk to you.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Now you tie it, take it off, and tie your balloon.
What are you going to dress up this year, Peggy?
I tell you, I'm not going to ride the bus this year. I did that one year.
I don't. Peggy has such nice sequin. Like she's got so many outfits that she could really convert into because you've worn them on the shows. And I love the one that you've got on. And as a matter of fact, Peggy got that from a very good friend of mine, Liberace, and it used to be a shower curtain.
Drapes.
Okay, and then what you do is you tie the two balloons together. And then you're going to have to blow up two little ones for the eyes.
Okay.
So not too big because they're supposed to be eyes, right?
See.
Yeah, just, well,
Like goo-goos.
yep.
Little goo-goos. So people can get these supplies at the Paper Factory or other balloon stores that are around, and do these
this
things
big?
at home. A little bit bigger.
But you want to buy good balloons. You don't want to buy the package ones where you get
They've been in the
a
store
half
for
quarter
6
pound.
years.
They're not going to last. This balloon, if you could do it a couple weeks before and it'll still be fine.
Because
Yeah.
some people have a party the Saturday before Halloween and they leave their homes decorated. Do you know what I really like, Peggy? And as we drive around, as we get closer to Halloween, more and more places are decorating for this season. Like for a week before, Waterford when they have Pumpkin Fest. Some of the displays they do are just fantastic.
Halloween is really coming back. It really is. People are starting to decorate more.
Well, I think people are spending more time at home at Halloween because of the scares that we've had with children.
Well, and there seems to be a lot more children. It's starting to boom again with children. And the parents want, and like you say, a lot of things are done at home, so this is a season that the children can really enjoy and have a lot of fun. So now you take your little eyes. Now we're going to use a cold glue gun.
So it's cold, not hot.
It's a cold glue gun. Don't use your glue gun at home. This is a special glue gun that we use on balloons. But you can just use your glue at home. The only difference is we're doing it today so that it'll take effect really quick.
They could also roll masking tape. Or
Oh yes,
sticky
anything
tape
like that. Two-sided tape, anything. So what you want to do is just put a little touch on the end of the.
Which I'm well known
now, if you
for.
want to do it so
Love
that he
duct
looks like
tape.
he's got ends of his eyes, you can do it either way.
Put it on this part?
Yep. Just a little bit, and then stick it on the balloon, so that he's
Where is he?
up
Right
right
here?
about there. Yep. And that takes
Just
right
in
away.
case.
No, that takes right away.
good.
Shoot, look at me. I have my whole back to the camera. The barn side, you know.
Do you know what we should have done is put some glue on Peggy's chair when she was up? That would have been a real funny trick. Trick or treat. Smell my feet.
Okay,
give
now
me
put the other
something
one.
to eat.
Right there?
Yep. And the children can do this. This is a great one for the
Oh,
children.
there's his eyes.
'cause
Okay,
they
he's
can
got
just,
eyes.
Yep. They can just use glue at home,
Now
or
what's
like you
he
say,
need?
tape.
How'd you tie
Okay.
them together here?
I just tied them together.
And a knot.
Just in a
So
knot.
now they need a leggy.
Now what you do, yes, and we won't do all the legs. We'll just do a couple to show you how it works. You just take either crepe paper, or this is a crepe streamer that you can buy at the store, and you just take a piece like that and put your glue on it. Just watch you don't touch this because it is a little bit warm.
Anywhere, like right
Yep.
down here.
Stick 'em.
And just stick it on like that.
So you got one leg.
My life is a glue
And you
gun.
can make as many legs as you want on him, and like we say,
8.
you can hang him
He needs
down,
8.
or you can put him up on the ceiling.
And you know what that would look good is if you know the cobwebbing that you can buy like it's like a cotton, but it isn't. You could sprawl
We
that
sell that
across
at the
your
store.
ceiling and put the spider up in the center of it. That would look fantastic. So that's really simple. That's so easy.
Yep, really, really simple, and
So
that
we've
could be
got-
put out
we've
in
got
a
our
tree.
spider.
That could be
Oh,
put.
yeah, in
that
the
would be nice out
tree.
in a tree.
Hanging from a tree. Okay, that's Sammy's spider. Now,
Okay.
now we've got a pumpkin.
Yep. The next
Isn't
one
that
is your
cute?
pumpkin.
Don't
Here's
put a
your
camera
little
in, though.
blower. there.
Okay.
Now, I find men tend to be very rough with this, so just take it
Okay,
easy.
I'll be very gentle.
Yes, they want to
First
wiggle it back
time?
and forth. They think they're using a tool, where it isn't. It's. Now what I've done
Careful how
here.
you handle your tool. Okay.
This is just construction paper that we've cut out the other parts of
All
the
right.
pumpkin,
How do you
and you can
hold
buy
this?
construction paper anywhere, or you can just use odd
See?
pieces of.
They
He
said
was
one size
concerned
fits
with me.
all.
Oh,
No, dear. You have to put your hand right around it.
Well, can't.
I know. See,
Oh,
see how
good.
he made such
good.
great fun of me, and then
Okay.
he gets a hold
All
of it.
right.
Now this balloon here is called a donut balloon.
Well, I think you
and we
broke
sell
it.
those at the store also. No, little. That's good. Okay.
Old MacDonald had a farm.
There goes the
E-I-E-I-O.
whole set. All the pumpkins are going to be flying.
Now you
Holy God.
Okay, keep going. Now slow down. You don't want to burst it. Now just
I
so
haven't
that
had this much fun in a long time. Oh, pardon me, I haven't had lunch yet. Okay, what am I doing?
That's good. Stop. Okay. No, let it go. Don't
Oh,
let it go.
I'm not.
Now this balloon can also be blown up with your mouth.
Now you tell me.
Okay, now you're going to tie it. Now, if children are doing this, you might have to get your parents to tie them. But other than that, it's very simple.
Here, Ma, tie this. Tie me
Now,
up.
are you
Oh,
going to put the facial features on him?
as soon as I get it tied up. I think my fingers are stuck. And this is so simple. You
Okay.
too can do it.
Yes. No, you too can do it. You just have to pull a little
Oh,
harder.
you have to pull harder.
Pull the neck out further. Yes. Okay.
Pull.
Now, you can always play with it if you don't like the.
Okay,
you
this
know, that
one.
it's
just gonna say,
This
that
one,
looks
you
like
if
a-
you want to put the little ridges in, you can wrap it with like the
Curling ribbon.
curling orange curling ribbon. But that we don't need to
Isn't
do that
that
because it still
cute?
looks. Isn't that cute?
Now-
That's so cute for a centerpiece.
Yeah. And like I say, you just cut this out of construction paper or any black
Black
paper you have.
construction paper, okay.
And we're going to use the cold glue gun again to glue that onto the balloon.
Okay.
And we'll also make these in the store for customers if they'd like.
Okay.
At a
Ooh,
small
I think I put
charge.
too much on there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have them for sale in the store.
There's those dogs. There's a funny story, and it's a good time to plug it.
See,
while
this
we're doing
the
it.
balloons are all different sizes. So
see.
Gray skies are gonna
You know, that
clear.
one's-
Those are all
yeah.
Put
different
on a
sizes.
happy
that one's a
face.
little not as round at the front, but it'll still
Look at
work.
that. Should have seen a dentist. He's got 2 teeth missing.
Now the nose.
Oh, the nose. So you
And children can
snap
cut
it.
this out. It's so simple. But just make sure they use safety scissors.
Safety scissors. Blunt nose scissors.
Okay, and there's the eyes.
This is an eye.
Now you can put those any way you want. They can be facing down or sideways or, yeah.
What was that, a nose you put on before?
Yeah, that's-
Okay.
oh, this is so much fun.
Now the last balloon we're going to use is called an animal balloon. Now they're a little harder to blow up with your
Suits
mouth.
this show.
But parents could blow them up. The technique is that when you blow them, you pull it at the same time as you blow it.
Look at what I made.
Now we have to make the stem.
That's pretty good, I think. See,
Look
sort
at
of
it's green.
cross-eyed.
I thought it was black.
No, well, have you ever seen a pumpkin with a black stem?
No, but look at the balloon itself.
I always like to stretch it first, and then we can even stretch them in the store for people, and then they'll blow up quite easily.
I'm going to get one of those things.
The pumps are great.
A pump?
Just, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They're just super. I don't have.
Anyways, what I was going to tell you when I heard the dogs barking a minute ago, and I'm sorry I got sidetracked, which often happens. But this year again, we at Rogers Community 20 are hosting Halloween Night Live on Saturday, October 30th from 4:30 until 6 p.m. Last year it was a lot of fun. I was here, Doug the Great was here, Peter Pumpkin was here.
Yeah.
Matt was here, and Jason was here, and Sid was here. Everybody was here, and we were all in costumes. And we invite any child of any age to come down in their Halloween costume to 23 Harris Avenue between the hours of 4:30 and 6 on Halloween night, Saturday, October 30th, and come and be on TV live in your costume. And we're here in a lovely setting, a little bit different than this, and we give out tricks or treats, and you get interviewed, and all of Brantford will get to see you. So don't forget, Halloween Night Live, Saturday, October 30th. That's going to be fun. Peggy's going to be here this year.
So what you do is you just take your little animal balloon.
Well, where do you hang the rest of this?
It just sits there.
Oh.
It just sits there like that. And you can kind of play with this to make it go sideways or however you'd like it.
Close to my face, it sort of scares me.
No, these balloons are very pliable.
I'm an Oscar Mayer wiener.
And then what you can do to make a centerpiece, we'll just remove Mark's coffee here, is just take
I wasn't thirsty, really.
This is actually Easter grass or just basket grass, and just take some of that and put it on the table.
Or you could get some leaves.
Oh yes,
and
anything.
Put them, okay.
And set him on your table.
Just like that.
That's really inexpensive, and it's
That's nice
isn't
because
it?
really people do have a lot of decorations, and I know that if they don't have the storage space like we do, where do you put this stuff after the holidays?
Yeah, that's right.
That's sort of the.
It's a money thing too anymore.
Oh,
There's
and
just so much.
the balloons. This you could do for under $1.
Yeah.
And how much would the spider cost? About the same?
Yep. The streamer.
doing cheap
Well,
and
you're going to get a
easy.
lot of streamer.
Cheap and
But
easy.
you
Now,
can
what
use
do you
that for
want to
decorating.
do? Cheap and easy. That's our show.
Well, this little guy here is quite
Don't look at
easy.
me when you say that.
He's just two little balloons.
I said cheap. You're too
We'll let Peggy
expensive
do
for
this
most
one.
people.
Oh, good.
You
I
just
like
take
doing-
your
I like doing these.
This one is
What are you making
easy.
now?
Eyes.
The baby spider.
Ah.
No,
Oh,
this
the
is going to
baby
be the little
spider.
spider.
Nice,
So
the
one
baby
is
spider.
Oh, we're
one
gonna
is
do different eyes.
smaller.
Okay, now these airwalkers, they're available too. What do they run about? Like if somebody wanted an airwalker?
They start at we sell them at the store at $13.95. That's filled, and then the customer gets a free refill. So they could bring it back. They could buy it at the beginning of Halloween and bring it back for Halloween night and get it refilled, or bring it back the next year. People put them away and use
Because
them
they
the next
last,
day.
those because they're
They do,
Mylars. The
yeah.
Mylars last.
And like I say, we give a free refill at the store, a little card that they can
And they're
bring it
cute.
back.
I've been in parties and that, and they have them walking, and when you hit them, they sort of bounce around. How
And
you
there's
doing, Peggy?
many of those. There's a Frankenstein
moving
and
right along.
ghosts and. Now that one's going to be quite a bit smaller. That one's going to be quite a bit smaller.
What did I do? I didn't break it, did
No,
I?
no.
I thought you uncrossed your legs. Thought
Yeah.
that was that high-pitched sound there.
Oh, Lord.
Scared me.
And we also
didn't say
have all the
What?
Thank you, Sid.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
all the little
The sound
cutouts.
effects
Some
of this
bags
time
are
of year are
mine, too.
terrific.
You have those at the store
Yeah,
too.
there's cutouts if
A
you
little
don't want to
bit
do
bigger?
anything.
No, that's good.
Um,
That's good for the head. Now you're just
Okay.
going to tie that one.
What we're talking about decorations, Kelly and I also serve on another committee on the same night as Halloween, Saturday, October 30th. The Brantford Community Ball Committee is holding their charity masquerade ball at the Quality Inn, the Royal Oak Banquet Hall on Colburn Street from 7 to 8 is the cocktail hour, from 8 to 9 is the dinner, and 9 to 1 there's dancing. And all the proceeds this year go to what was that? Skull and Crossbones? Halftime. Oh, it's halftime. Is this where the cheerleaders come out? I'm only joking. Sometimes I get off on tangents, and I'm terribly sorry. So anyways, there's two bands this year, Connection and the Swaying Brass, and there'll be a mini casino, and all the proceeds go to charity. And this year, the charity, which the Brantford Community Ball is donating to, is the Canada Day Committee. And our honorary chairman is His Worship Mayor Bob Taylor. For information, you can call 754-1977. If you're interested in supporting a worthwhile cause, the Brantford Community Ball Committee's Masquerade Dance, Saturday, October 30th. So that's just before, or just after, sorry, just after you send your kids down to see us here. We're going to all toddle off and be at the masked ball. So
that's going to be a busy night for you.
Oh, but I love Halloween. It's so much fun.
That's where I met Mark last year. It's Halloween.
It's the only year that it's the only day of the year that I don't have to get dressed up and people think I'm in a costume.
I had no idea who you were or anything. I just thought he was so nice. You know, I said, remember I said that to you? Now, when you get out of costume, let me know. Identify yourself to me sometime.
Boy. Okay, where are we now?
Oh, he was so
okay, now you just take the 2 balloons and tie them together. Then these, you just have to stretch the neck on the balloons, that's all. It's just a matter of stretching the neck. Okay, so there you've got your spider. Then you just
Same thing we did with the big one. Okay.
Black pipe cleaners.
Yeah, just your black pipe cleaners. You can get black pipe cleaners anywhere.
I think he's so cute.
Just twist them together and then twist them around your balloon.
And this is something else.
Like
you could have the mother spider and all the baby spiders in your tree.
And the kids can do this. This one's a great one for the kids because they can make the legs go any way you want. And then you can put eyes on them like we have here, just little eyes just cut out of anything.
And with the glue gun
feelers,
again.
you can do lots of stuff.
Yep, you could put little feelers on them. And he could sit with your pumpkin.
You can even put little shoes on them.
You sure
you could. Little cardboard shoes. That would be cute.
Anything.
Now, is this a miler too?
Yes, it is.
This one's a miler. And we're going to blow up a miler. Now, can we do a miler with air?
Yes, that's what that one is. That one's just blown up with air.
Okay, so I got to insert this.
And I think this one, this little spider, even the toddlers could do this because with mother's help, because there's nothing to hurt them. You know, it's very easy. Mother could tie the balloons and
you know,
they don't have to.
It's a funny thing with kids, like, you know, you do all that stuff with them when they're wee little, and you forget that even when they're like 12 and 13, you know what? They still love doing that stuff.
Okay.
Ed and I sit down.
We're on a roll, kids.
Everyone loves
We're on a roll.
Yeah.
See, and this guy could sit in your centerpiece here.
Okay,
too,
while I
with your,
pump this
spider.
up, what's the next thing we're working on?
You have to
our
hold
monster.
the end a little bit better.
Our monster that fell down here.
Hold your own end. I got mine.
Oh, the monster that fell down.
Yes. Now he is just made out of a donut balloon.
Another
also.
donut balloon.
Kind of looks like a bead.
Because we're running out of time before we have to take a break. So can we tell quickly how you do that one?
Just blow up the pumpkin balloon again.
You blow up the donut balloon.
Your donut balloon.
2 eyes again. You hot glue them on, and then
cut out your little construction paper, and that's another donut balloon.
And
you can make those.
Peggy
you can make those out of
it's called Vanna Black.
green. You can make them out of black. You could make them out of yellow, orange, anything. And this is nice because the kids could have a lot of fun with this. They could make different faces on it.
there. Woo! Terrific. What a great. So we got spiders, pumpkins, mylars we can do, all very inexpensively. And the other one I just want you to quickly tell about, it's up there in the tree behind the one keeping an eye on.
The eyes. Now that would be a nice one to put a bunch of those in your trees.
And you can put glow sticks inside of them. The glow sticks that you can buy, you insert them inside before you tie them off, and then they will glow at night.
You would just want to do the glow sticks just before
you do it.
Just before Halloween
And you can tie those
night.
in the trees, and somebody's watching out for your kids. We've had Kelly Lahosky from the Paper Factory on King George Road showing us some easy and inexpensive holiday decorations for this Halloween.
Nice.
We will be right back after this little break with some more very frightening guests. We'll be back. Peggy's such a
Energy and you. Hints on using energy more wisely. Time for tea? Don't boil your water on the stove. An electric kettle uses only half the energy, so you save money. A suggestion from the Ontario Ministry of Energy.
Back with This Is Your Show, and our next segment is dealing with all the characters that we associate with All Hallows Eve, October 31st, and we have Tricia Antler from the Costume and Party Shop, and we're going to talk about a special night called Fright Night. that's being held on
Saturday, October the 9th.
And it's going to be at
40 Roy Boulevard, which is the Costume and Party Shop. Doors open at 5 p.m. and hopefully we'll have a big turnout that night.
Now this isn't the first year that you've done this.
This is actually our 6th annual Fright Night, but last year we got together with Participation House and we incorporated into a haunted house. With that, we charge $1 admission, and all those proceeds go to Participation House. We have trillions of groups involved, anywhere from high schools and
other charitable groups, nonprofit groups. I think some of the theater groups were involved last year.
The theater groups, the Blue Knights, also some of the staff from Participation House.
So with these people being involved, what do they actually do to assist Fright Night?
Well, we take the warehouse and we divide it up with curtains, and we have walls donated, which are just chloroplast walls and such from different companies. And everyone has their own space where they do an exhibit. So they do their own display for the haunted house. And then we have a walkthrough where...
Is it like a tour thing where somebody takes you through?
Yeah, and we tried to do the tour last year. We just had too many numbers. So this year it'll be a walkthrough.
So you go on your own and...
You go on your own and hopefully make it to the end.
What's this hopefully? Have you lost people in the past? They're still wandering through the warehouse looking for their way out.
It was quite frightening. So
I think part of the fun thing about Halloween is that we know these things aren't real. We hope these things aren't real. I should have worn garlic maybe. Where's Peggy? She had been eating garlic earlier. Maybe she can sort of keep these characters away from me. But it's so much fun to have that, you're walking down a dark alley and you know that these things aren't real, but it's sort of nice to think about it and think, what if these sort of characters really did exist? Are these some of the characters that you will see?
Sean is our famous vampire. He was at the haunted house last year and in his coffin. Behind him is a new guest this year. It's the Grim Reaper.
And the Grim Reaper is certainly, he's fixing his cuffs.
He is real.
He is awesome. I'm sure that any kid of any age going to see the Fright Night will enjoy seeing the Grim Reaper. And look at the teeth on Sean. Can you just sort of do that? Yeah. Isn't that, ooh.
They're
I'm not going
plastic.
to sleep tonight. Oh. Yes, I noticed that they're not plastic because plastic certainly looks plastic. And we have a friend over with Dean. And where is?
That's our gorilla.
And that's Marilla Gorilla. Actually, at first I thought Dean brought his current girlfriend to the studio with him, and I was going to say, haven't you ever heard of Neat? But but apparently it's somebody from your group. So
yes.
My apologies, Dean. So it's $1 to get in.
$1 to get in.
And how many groups do you think are going to be involved this year putting in displays?
At present, we have 13. We're hoping for 28 groups in total.
And it starts at 5, you said?
Starts at 5 p.m., Saturday, October the 9th, and it goes till 9 p.m.
9 p.m. And what other activities are going on at the same time? I know last year you had some magicians.
We will have magicians this year out in the front. We have Doug the Great, who'll be performing in the front. Well,
Doug's been on the show.
Yeah. Who else? We have, hopefully, Tim Hannaford will be part of it. He's a magician, local magician.
Have you ever had anybody go through that was really, really frightened?
The screams last year, we should have recorded them. They were wonderful.
Because I'm sure that there are people that, especially little ones, who see these, and the makeup is so wonderfully done. Do you do your own makeup, or does somebody?
No, I had someone else do my makeup.
Someone else
we
did
do
Sean's
that
makeup.
At the Costume and Party Shop.
Just while we're on what are going to be the, I know this is off topic, but you do rent costumes. What's going to be the in costume this year?
In costume, I think Dracula will be one, but from the Bram Stokers. It's really hard to say.
Obviously, we're in for a storm.
It's really hard to say until it's closer to the time. It changes.
Because I know it's the current movies. Trolls were last year. Trolls were popular in the States, I know.
Yeah, but that never really hit the
Canada.
Adult Halloween party. It was mainly Rhett Butler's and Scarlett O'Hara's.
I've noticed in some of the costume books that the Flintstones have become vogue, but you can't get them in Canada.
Not yet. Not till next year.
Next year when the movie comes out.
Yeah.
It's a lot to do with the current...
They're out in the States, so we're usually a year behind when it...
as per usual.
Yes.
Just back to the vampire thing, I think a lot of it's also to do with Anne Rice's books, the Vampire Chronicles, which are being turned into a movie, you know, Interview with a Vampire and the Vampire Lestat. And I also...
Famous person, they should be.
Are you Lestat? That's the Vampire Lestat. And in Toronto, it's caught on, we were talking before we come back from the commercial, that there are a group of people in Toronto who actually have a club and who are supposedly vampires, and they only come out at night and they hang out in these clubs till daylight and then they go back. So it's just sort of, we're building on all these myths, and it's sort of an interesting, intriguing. What are you going to dress up this year?
Oh, a witch.
Isn't that what you did last year?
No.
What were you last year?
Spiderella last year.
What's the easiest costume that somebody can do if they're in a hurry and they want a costume to go out at Halloween?
Oh, a vampire is the easiest.
Is it?
Yeah.
I would have thought a clown or something.
Oh, clowns are not really for Halloween, though, unless you want to be it.
Huh?
The clown it.
Oh. You had to be standing to get that one, I guess. I want to thank you and all of your friends, Tricia, for coming and helping us with our Halloween special and promoting Fright Night. We hope that everyone will participate and go to 40 Roy Boulevard.
Yes.
From 5 to 9 on Saturday, October 9th, and support Participation House and Fright Night. Again, we will be here on Halloween night, Saturday, October 30th, from 4:30 till 6, doing our second annual special, Halloween Night Live, from Rogers Community 20 here at 23 Harris Avenue. And that's from 4:30 to 6. Any child in costume of any age can come down and trick-or-treat Peggy and I. And we'll have you live on TV, and of course 754-1977 for the Brantford Community Ball's annual charity masquerade dance with His Worship Mayor Taylor as honorary chairman. Just as I wrap up, I'd like to thank Kelly Lahosky from the Paper Factory, Peggy Pratt, all of our crew, Trish Antler, and our friends from Fright Night, Dean Hages, our musician, and you for joining us. On October 25th, the electorate will be in for an early trick-or-treat as we elect our new Prime Minister and government. Think of our past and look to our future and get out and do your part and vote. And hopefully things will improve if we all participate. Halloween, Saturday, October 30th. I want everyone who's out celebrating to be safe because we want to see everybody here after Halloween to watch This Is Your Show. As I close, I would like you to listen to my thought for the week. Anytime that you feel indispensable, take a walk through your local cemetery and read the headstones. Those people were pretty hot stuff too. I'm Mark Stenabaugh. This is your show. Happy Halloween. Good night.